Hello and welcome back to World of Warcraft. My name's Lumin and right now it's time for another fishing update. This one's not going to be as extreme as the previous one, although the previous one wasn't really that extreme. I mean, I wanted it to be extreme. I wanted there to be drama. I wanted the Horde to attack me. It didn't happen. Right now, I'm in the Blasted Lands, and it's not a coincidence that I'm here. I'm in fact level 58. I'm rearing to go. I'm so ready to head through the Dark Portal into Outland, but it's just not time yet. It's just not time yet. First, need to do some fishing, because I've decided that I'm going to at least max, and by max I mean get it up to 300, blacksmithing, mining, fishing, cooking, and first aid. Now, I'm pretty close. I'm not quite there yet with cooking though. I'm on 289 out of currently 375, so I just need 11 more points, then I'm done. I was told not to do archaeology that much before you have a flying mount, so it just doesn't make sense to spend too much time running around the world when you're doing so much slower than you would when you actually had a kind of faster flying mount. So I think when I get to level 70, I'm going to start powering through the archaeology, because there are some really cool items I want from that. And I suppose the same goes for pet battling. My pets are kind of low. I want to do a pet battling series, so I think that at some point I gotta get started. But when I have a flying mount, then it's going to be easier to move around, so it'll probably be then. But much like in all the other fishing update videos, we're going to fish and we're going to talk about things. So I've already started talking about my character. That's not a good place. Seriously, down there. Oh. Hey. This is new. Let's get a bit lower. There we go. Ah. Much better. So character-wise, I've already mentioned, I'm level 58. I have noticed some huge power increases recently. Man, my character is just destroying things. And I think the main reason for that is that on 58, which was just, now, I got Sanctity of Battle, I think it's called. There you go. This is the one that just lets your haste affect your global cooldown, which is ridiculous. Okay, because I've got quite a bit of haste for my level, given I've got the bind on account gear and I've got good enchants and all of it, all of that other stuff. So it really affects my character a lot. And added to that, I got Grand Crusader, which it's stupid. It's like so ridiculously imbalanced good. I have had a couple of instance runs recently where I was doing like 50+% of the damage in the group, just because Grand Crusader keeps proccing. And basically what it does is when you dodge or parry a melee attack, which is quite often, okay, given that I'm tanking and I kind of try and draw everyone to me. So when I do that, then I have a 30% chance to reset the cooldown on Avenger Shield, make it that it gives me an extra holy power, which it doesn't, on its own. And that can happen over and over again. Like, basically the second you cast it, so if you tank in, I don't know, 6-7 mobs or whatever, they're constantly attacking you, constantly parrying, blocking, dodging, whatever, so you're not taking much damage, and every single time you cast that shield, so it lights up and it says, okay, it's procced, you can now cast it, you get a holy power, whatever, then it has a global cooldown on it, and by the time the global cooldown's done, you can basically cast it again, just because you're getting attacked so much. It's majorly upsetting how powerful this class seems, but I think it's mostly just because of the level, because I'm able to at this level tank so many mobs at the same time. It's not something that'll persist into the late game. So that's been happening. Character's been feeling really strong. I got the extra glyph slot on level 50 over here, and in these, I don't know, I'm still sort of in two minds about all of this. I'm still using Glyph of Days and Shield, and that's not really necessary because it doesn't really help that much. For the most part, I want them to get to me quickly, so that's probably going to be swapped out. Don't know what I'm going to change it for, but At the moment, the only one that I'm going to definitely keep is Glyph of Alabaster Shield, because that actually makes a big difference. Your successful blocks increase the damage of your next Shield of the Righteous by 10%. Stacks up to 3 times. That procs a lot. Like a whole lot. It's almost always on, because I'm almost always blocking. So I'm going to switch the one major glyph around. The minor ones don't really matter. I'm using Righteous Retreat so that I can bubble Hearth, which is always fun. I mean, I enjoy that. Reputation-wise, I'm also doing really well. I mean, I'm exalted with the guild already, which is good. And I'm still working on exalted with the other alliance factions. I think when I get to Outland, there's going to be a bunch of new stuff that I could potentially work on if I want, but I'm not going to stress too much about maxing everything as I get to it. That's something I'll do in the long run. You know, it's something that I will just sort of work on over time. Why am I fishing so many grey items out? Does that mean I'm not at the right level for the fish here? Regardless, I'm just going to stay here and hope I start getting the ones I need soon. I know the lobsters are actually useful to me. Aren't they? Okay, I swear there's a lobster recipe somewhere. I might just need to go and learn it still. I think it's that. I think I need to go and learn it. And once I do, I can obviously level the fishing, the cooking a whole lot. And probably max it. But I'm going to stay here for a little while. Just fish a little bit more out. Other than that though, you know, I've picked up a couple of extra skills, abilities, whatever you want to call them along the way. And they helping, you know? It's just fun to see all the new stuff that they've added and changed. I don't know if I've covered this yet, but I did choose Eternal Flame here because I've started using the... It used to be called Word of Power or something? Was that what it was called? Word of Glory. That's what it was called. I don't know. I've started using that a whole lot. Like, a lot more than I was before. And I think it helps a lot to get into that routine because it helps the tank out a lot more in the late... The healers and the tank out a lot more in the late game. Seeing that with Eternal Flame on, you actually put a healing over time on yourself. Which is great. Like, it takes a lot of strain off the healers if you can just pop that every now and then. Especially if your threat levels are high enough. If you've got control of the situation, you got a bit of room to breathe, then you can just, you know, put some healing on yourself. It's nice. I preferred that above Sacred Shield because it's not another key that I need to bind. So there you go. That's what I chose. I don't know what I'm going to take at 60 yet. Not entirely sure. I've currently got 4,800 gold with some more waiting in the mailbox. It's kind of good because it means that I'll be able to get my flying skill the second I get to Outland, or at least the second I get to level 60. So I'm happy about that. And I guess all that said, the character progression is going well. Really well. Really well. I also like the transmog that I got set up at the moment. You guys have definitely seen that in a couple of videos. I am going to be switching it up soon because I've got a whole lot of options now. You know, I've got a lot of different transmog sets collected already in my bank, and I'm a big fan of some of them. I can't wait to use them and show them off properly, so you'll probably see them in future videos, and I'm thinking I'm going to keep this one for now, because it's nice. It looks really good, and while it doesn't look like a Paladin type set, I think that just adds to the flavor of it. Now, let's move on to talking about the guild, because, well, we're currently level 25. There's actually a lot to talk about. We had our first meetup. You guys saw that in the video, and that was fun. It was nothing special, nothing super huge, but it was fun. Also, everyone seemed to have a good time. I gave a little speech. We talked about kind of what we want to do in the future. A couple of our plans. Made a few extra plans. But I think for the most part it was just nice to see a good couple of the members in the guild. Meet them face to face. And we're going to be doing that again very soon. And I think that when we do, we'll probably just change it up a bit. Do some different stuff. Probably still do some fishing. But it's going to happen again soon, so if anyone missed it and they you know, sad about that, don't be. Don't be. We're going to do a lot of that stuff in the future. I think for now, mostly people just want to focus on leveling, focus on getting back into the game and all that other good stuff. So we're going to let them do that. We're going to let them do that. And I'm going to do the same. We have 153 members at the moment. A lot of variety with the level. Okay, so if you look here, I mean, under level 10, there's a good amount. Above level 10, there's obviously even more. At level 90, we've already got, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. And a couple of them are really active. And the great thing is that groups have formed of people that are doing things together, leveling together, doing instances and stuff together. It's great. That's really nice to see, and that's the reason we made the guild. So we can do stuff together, so that we have a community of people to just enjoy everything in World of Warcraft with us. That's why we do it. So we've unlocked all of this stuff already here, but we need achievements for some of the others. In other words, on level 25, it's all unlocked, but, you know, to... For instance, buy these, we need working better as a team. To get, let's see, something else. The shirts, we need the Scenario Roundup or Guild Pandaria Dungeon Hero, and so on and so forth. We have been doing the dungeon challenges consistently, so we've been making a decent amount of money, which we've been using to upgrade the bank, which is looking a little bit better. I'll show you what it looks like right now. After I've hopefully caught this fish. Come on. Let's do it. Nice. Or this lobster. But Helene spent a bit of time working on this, and someone has messed it up already. It's fine. I know why it's messed up, because we're going to have to make a special tab just for glyphs. So... basically, we've got a gear tab, which is supposed to just be gear. And this is free for all. You can just take it if you want it. Go ahead. I think you can withdraw 2 every day. So, do it. Every day you can come and look here if there's anything you want. And you can just take it. If it's going to help you out, take it. So, this is the consumables tab. There's gear, consumables, and materials. As you can see, it's getting rather overcrowded. So, we're going to buy more tabs. This is the mystery tab that only I have access to at the moment. It's basically just going to be the glyphs tab. Okay, so that's going to be glyphs. Consumables will be something else. It'll just be everything else, I guess. So that'll be like, I don't know, potions, elixirs. I guess I could just make a recipes tab because look at this. Look at all the recipes. I don't know. If you have any suggestions about the guild tab and the current state of it, please feel free to let me know what you think. We'll just have to go and do a quick cleanup in here. Change a few things. We're going to buy more tabs. They're starting to cost more now. So I can't just buy them immediately. But it's good that we're making a lot of gold now. Because this is useful. This is really useful. So say if you want glyph of totemic recall, then you can just type in your totem. There you go. It highlights them for you. Easy to find stuff that you need. And, you know, it will once again just help you a lot if you level in or something like that. If you can, say for instance, get the glyphs without having to spend a ridiculous amount on the auction house. I know, because when I was looking for glyphs, then a couple of ones that I wanted, they were super expensive. So I'm kind of glad that we have active glyph makers or inscriptionists in the guild. And we have other people too, doing other things that are also useful. So, that's it for the guild talk. Level 25, lots of people, lots of activity, lots of nice perks here that are helping us out a lot. And just lots of fun. Okay? Lots of fun. Now, I want to show the calendar off again because I want to just bring your attention to it for the one reason and one reason only, that you should keep checking it. Now, your guild UI should tell you when there are upcoming events and stuff like that. It's pretty nifty like that. I know the Armory app on the phone also does it, which is great. Like, it really is. Very cool. And if you just log in, it should just warn you and say, you know, there's an upcoming event or whatever. But you'll see it easier if you just click on the calendar and have a look. You can see there's well met. It's got that icon of the people behind there because it's a guild event. So we'll have more of them, definitely. I don't know, we could even have a Dark Moon Fair day. Could all go to Dark Moon Fair, do the stuff there together. ride the rides together, whatever. Do something like that, maybe. There's a lot of things to be done, and we're going to do them. But the last thing I wanted to talk about was just the future plans. I'm still working on ideas for the video series. I'm still far behind when it comes to uploads of World of Warcraft because the videos tend to be longer, bigger. They kind of clog my lines up here, and they're much more difficult to get up in a timely fashion. But I'm trying to catch up with them. So if there are gaps in, like, let's just say my progress. In other words, if I don't show everything off, then you must just excuse me because I can't always record everything. But we're going to spend a bit of time in Outland, and I'm definitely going to record a good couple of the dungeons there because I love them. I'm going to record a couple of the zones. So I'm going to quest a bit in some of the zones because they're amazing. I just love Outland in general. It's my favorite area, or let's say continent. My favorite expansion was Burning Crusade, thus far at least. Although Mr. Pandaria is great. Mr. Pandaria has a lot of cool stuff. I just get all nostalgic, you know, when thinking about Outland and TBC. So there you go. Okay, there you go. And I'm probably going to, for the next video, be heading through the Dark Portal. So that's the next thing you're going to see. I will perhaps look a bit different. I will probably have my trade skills maxed. I might have done a bit of other work. I might be, you know, higher than 58. I'm probably going to be 60 because we still have to do Blackrock Spire. And I decided against recording both Blackrock Spire and Blackrock Depths because they're super long and, you know, they haven't changed that much. So that's it. Those are the plans. Next video will be me entering Outland. Probably going to be going with Helene. We're going to start the quest there. I've never done the Alliance side of the quest there, so it's going to be pretty fun. So check back here soon for that. Give it a like, share it, and do all that other good stuff. If you want to invite to the guild, just whisper anyone that's in the guild, that's online. You can just Tales of Lumin. Simple enough. Right click on one of them, say whisper, say, hey, you there. Lumin said you could invite me, so do it. Do it now, and we will be friends. We will level together, do dungeons together. You don't have to say all of that to the person, but you could if you want. They'll probably appreciate it. Okay? So there you go. Done. Check back soon for more, give it a like, share it, and do all that other good stuff. Most importantly though, happy going for Outland soon. Happy guild level 25, and happy all that other good stuff.